What's the town? One syllable. Right. Ghent. G-H-E-N-T. What state is it? It's the state of too much government. New York. And the zip code is 120 and 3/4. 12075. And you know, this being a new year, you can also write in your book, what were the best things that happened in the year 2004? Just one other thing, I guess, and we'll move on. Maybe a chat with Glendora should be more of this, helping you be happy, than it should be reporting to you the utter depravity in the courts. Nobody is safe anymore to go to court. It isn't safe to go to court. It's run by hoodlums. So we have to pray for those hoodlums. We have to pray that they be happy, whole, and healthy, and that all present blessings continue. But one other thing I was going to say, it might be nice to write down, is your eating. Do you eat right? Do you eat right? Look at people's teeth. Do they have fangs? No. That's for tearing. They're flat teeth, like monkeys' teeth. Do monkeys eat meat? No. Monkeys are herbivores. People are meant to be herbivores. And that means you don't kill animals, you don't torture them, you don't terrorize them, you don't agonize them, you don't massacre them, you don't slaughter them. That's very important. Clean out the alimentary canal. And that doesn't mean diarrhea at one end and vomit at the other end. Clean out the alimentary canal. Eat apples. Eat oranges. Eat bananas. Eat greens. Eat seeds. And you can't go wrong today because they have so many good vegetarian dinners that you can buy frozen and that you can cook. Or you can make your own. You can make your own casseroles. I think that's important. Eating right is very important. You don't want to eat the murdered carcasses of animals, which is already in a state of putrefaction from the moment the animal is slaughtered and tortured and agonized. From that moment on, it's in a state of putrefaction. It's putrefied food. And don't say, well, I need the protein. Well, when you eat an animal, you're getting second-hand protein. The second-hand protein. The real protein came from the grass or the seed that the animal ate. That's where the real protein came from. And of course now we have the soy technology. Textured vegetable protein. So there's no excuse for burdening on yourself the sin of cruelty to animals. Write down too, what is your mission in life? What have I been created to create? That's your time alone with God. every day. I don't know what number program this is, but maybe if you want to look it up on the internet and hear it again, I better try to think what number program this is. Let's see, we left off editing last Saturday with number 3976. And Richard Wolfe says there was a program that came in that didn't have a number. So that's 77. And George McDermott's coverage of Elena Sassauer's release from jail is number 78. Then there's 4 of them on this first 8mm tape, 79, 80, 81, 82. And there must be 2 on here, 83, 84. Okay, I guess. This is only a guess and an estimate that this is program number 3984. 3984. If you want to sit down with this program and do these things. Now you can talk to me. You can write me a letter. And you can tell me these things. I wouldn't tell anybody anything you don't want people to know. Because anything bad in your life we're going to get rid of. Okay? We're going to wash it clean. Water is such a wonderful thing. Baptism, water, we're going to wash it clean. There is such a thing as catharsis. What I was telling you about cleaning out the alimentary canal, cleaning out the mind, and washing it clean. That's a great thing about Christianity, is you confess your sins. This is what I did wrong. I know I was wrong. You admit it. And then you say it was wrong. And you said, I'm sorry that I did it. That's repenting. And then you reform. You say, I won't do it again. That's a good thing. If things are that bad in your life, regrets. That's a good thing. Write down your regrets and get rid of those. Okay, what do we call this? We call this the happiness program. David Letterman called Glendora the happiness lady. You can also have a free copy of the Glendora Happy Book, which lists many of the things I just told you, which is a rather primitive approach to this, whereas what we have now is a very sophisticated approach. So what would we call this? Glendora Happiness Lessons? Glendora Cheerful Look at Life? Glendora Happiness Lessons? Okay, the camera's tired. Maybe you are too. It's flashing red light. It's 7:30 a.m. What are we going to rejoice about? A new day. And we're going to learn how to make that a new God day. A new day that belongs entirely to us. One with God, a partner with God. Complete happiness. Amen. This is a ladybug I rescued. How do I know it's a ladybug? I have good vision. She's on a piece of apple. She was wandering all over my desk, hopelessly hungry and thirsty. And she found the piece of apple that I gave her. That's a joy. I don't mind them coming in the house all winter long, but I wish they would go to sleep. They're always walking around. You want to see how big it is? I'll give you a frame of reference. There's a finger. See the new Q-tips? These are for .com. New Q-tips with a green handle. Isn't that fancy? We're winning the battle, I hope, with ear mites. And what's here on the disc? The morning devotions. They are so good, folks. I pray for you to be filled with the Holy Spirit. Walk in the Spirit. For the flesh lusts against the Spirit. This is Galatians, Paul's letter to the Galatians. And these are contrary to one another, and you don't want that going on inside of you, people, so that you do not do the things that you wish. But if you are led by the Spirit, and hear the works of the Spirit, we have to pray for all those people. Yeah. Elena Sasauer is out of jail and home. She served her country for 6 months against a brute judge named Brian Holman. And we are filing a judicial misconduct and a tenure complaint against Brian Holman, Superior Court, Washington, D.C. Copy to George McDermott, Washington, D.C. hero. Copy to Saxy Chambliss, Washington, D.C. punk, who wouldn't listen to what Elena had to say about a nominee, and who let the Washington police arrest Elena. And then they came up with a phony trial. To the chairman on Commission on Judicial misconduct and tenure, to the great heroine, White Plains Person of the Year, Elena Sasauer, who fought for America and gave up 6 months of her life for us folks. We owe her a lot. To her mother, Doris Sasauer, who, of course, went through Hades, having her daughter in jail for 6 months. But Elena proved the point. We have nothing to say as to what people are on our federal benches, and that's why every one of them is a fraud. Brian Holman, the monster himself, and his boss, Rufus King. This paper has taken 6 hours and has cost $4 to print and post. Against Brian Holman, Superior Court, D.C. And I hope adamantly you do not give him tenure. The man is insane. A sadist of his degree does not belong in a black robe on a bench, even in our lowest village small claims court. Nobody can exhibit the misconduct that he did in broad daylight, in front of live, real people, he did, and not be declared totally unfit and disabled. To wit, abandon, self-surrendered to vice, open and shameless, disregard for Americanism and decency, profligate, utter laxity of morals, no restraint, dissolute, reprobate, complete insensibility to reproof, Gestapo, KBG. Wicked, depraved, corrupt, vicious, vile, virulent, vitriolic, violent, and volatile. Complainant knows you do not come under Title 28 U.S. Code Section 352, the Judicial Reform Act of 2002. But Holman does. Conduct prejudicial to the effective and efficacious administration of the business of the court. The business of the courts is what? Justice. Justice. Holman flunked. From day one, Holman was ad hominem, to the prejudices, never to the intellect. Holman heinously eschewed the law, the Constitution, and the statutes. He made a fool of himself and of America. His hostile opposition, calamitous, antinomic, antagonistic, made him a better prosecutor than the U.S. Attorney. Congress was not even in session when Elena spoke. How can you disrupt Congress when Congress is not in session? Those punk D.C. police took it upon themselves to arrest Elena. She asked Puppet Chambliss 3 times, "Are you directing I be arrested?" He was mum. Sergeant Banyati was the impetus out of revenge for Sassauer's expose of Banyati's misconduct. And this is all on Congress videotape. And we have shown it on TV dozens of times, and on www.achatwithglendora.com, all over the world, 24 hours a day. And your conduct as to how you process this complaint will also be on TV and on the internet. Glendora, the author of this complaint, sued Holman in the United States District Court. He doesn't even know how to handle his own lawsuit. He is in default. He never appeared. He never defended. Here, his business is lawsuits, and he's too disabled to handle his own. Elena fills Glendora with marveling wonder, esteem, gratification, and delight. She showed the whole country that we have no government of the people, by the people, nor for the people. We have no say as to who goes on the federal bench. We have no say. I've told you many times, we have a great government, but it's been kidnapped by a bunch of hoodlums. And this is why we have such grotesquely inept federal judges all over the country, and Glendora has personal knowledge. I think that I have sued judges, or I have placed lawsuits practically in every state in the United States. Omnibus 24 is going to Puerto Rico. I sued somebody way out in United States, Saipan, Marianas, 10,000 miles from here. And that judge was just as crooked as all of the rest. His name is Munson. The Senate Judiciary Committee is a total alphosis. No pigment. People are not safe in the courts today. Litigation is a bold undertaking of meeting hazards where the issue hangs on unforeseen risks. Is that what litigation's supposed to be? The Holmans on the bench have made the courts a total failure. And just tell me how strong is a country unable to enforce its laws? What kind of a society is that? The Holmans on the bench have seen to it that the courts are a hoax. Elena, the agile agitator, knows more law and procedure than Holman can ever hold. It was a great call, and God called one of his best. God called one of his best. It was a great call. She served her country bravely and loyally for 6 months. And where do things stand now with Elena? She's writing her appeal. It's kind of hard to understand that when she was in jail, it was appealed once, and that was inadequate, and something happened, and they filed an amended appeal, and then something else happened, and then a man came in, a lawyer, and said that he would take it pro bono, but he was no good, and there was a whole new case, and I don't know how it is. You only have 30 days to appeal, but that's what she's working on, her appeal. It was Alice in Wonderland, it was Gilbert and Sullivan, it was Lilliputian versus Brobdingnagian. It was upside down. Holman should be in jail, Elena should be on the bench. There is more, much more to be expatiated. I think you get my point. I invoke the Getty Law of Public Speaking. If you don't strike oil in 15 minutes, stop drilling. The mind cannot absorb more than the seat can endure. Several times during these finite days, Glendora prays for Brian Holman, and for folks, would you pray for him? Brian Holman, H-O-L-E-M-A-N. I know where the hole is. Pray for Brian Holman, that he be happy, whole, and healthy. All present blessings continue. Paragraph 31 is reserved. January the 7th, 2005, Anno Domini, 10 days prior to Civil Rights Day. County of Columbia, State of New York, yours in truth, in an Amor Patriae. Glendora. A chat with Glendora on 45 TV stations, 450 municipalities, including Washington, D.C. And on the internet, all day, all over the world. Without prejudice, Uniform Commercial Code, Volume 1, Section 207, Glendora. Postscript. This is the new Sony camera, and I haven't adjusted the colors. It's a dull picture. It's a lot of adjustment I haven't done. Look at this book, folks. Look at this book. Look how much there is to that camera that I have to study. I've read 26 pages. I got it on easy record now. It's a big blue light. You push the button, a big blue light comes on. It's easy record, but it Thank you, Caesar, for coming to my house so that we could bring the people this Christmas morning. This is at Tim and Lisa Smith. Merry Christmas, everybody. And more presents in here. I hope every dog in the world has a Merry Christmas like you, Caesar. Or just half as merry.
Use it.
Okay. It's running. This is my Christmas present, folks, from Tim and Lisa Smith, right here. To Glendora, from Lisa and Timothy Smith. Oh, holy night, the stars are brightly shining. It is the night of the dear Savior's birth. Pining till he appeared, and the world knew its worth. See the little snowman. That's the only snow we have.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only snow we have. It's just as bright and clear as can be.
I use a lot of tape on the door.
It isn't red tape. Oh, how pretty. Oh, how nice. Oh, boy.
I know you like your fleece.
Oh, I love fleece. Oh, and it's such a bright red.
There you go.
Oh, boy. Oh, and such a nice scarf. Well, thank you, Lisa.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Timmy. Thank you, Jonathan. Oh, it's so pretty. I never saw those colors together.
There you go.
Oh, thank you.
Warm?
Oh, warm and soft and cuddly. Gee whiz. I'll put my old clothes here.
There you go.
Take them home. Oh, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
This is a nice camera you have.